What's up, family? It's your boy. So today I'm going to talk about transcending the physical nature into the Obis. So to even wrap our heads around that, I have to go over the 3-tier awakening. All right, and this is good stuff, so I hope you tune in. So first off, awakening 1 is awakening to self. So what exactly is awakening to self? The awakening itself comes after, like, say this journey, you're on this journey. The awakening itself comes after some like season of turmoil you may have been through, where you just felt like you may have hit a low spot, you know. And in this awakening of yourself, you are in this zone of self-discovery. It may take you all the way back to like your childhood, like things that you forgot about with yourself, like the inner child when you used to like to build things, or you used to like to do art, or just things that you may have forgot about, because like on this journey in this world, like through this process we call life, we can definitely lose ourselves. And you know, the spiritual realm has a way of bringing us back around to like who we truly are and what we truly have to offer. So the awakening itself is like basically going through the self-discovery of you, exploring the deep reaching parts of yourself, and becoming more self-aware. Like it's almost like you spent all this time watching so many people around you, like just watching everybody. You don't even know who the hell you are. And it's like the most interesting thing in life, like this part of the awakening itself, is learning about you. And you may, in this season, you may get cut off from the world, and you just may go into a zone where like you don't want to deal with any other energies, because like, you know, like you're done watching people. You know, like just think about how much time we spend watching people in this world, like you know, like through trying to like master systems and do certain things. We're always like watching somebody and paying attention to somebody, and these people are watching people too. Like, so how much time we spend oblivious to even who we are, you know? So tier 2, awakening to self in relation to the world. So at this level of awakening is when you have become self-aware and you are you're activated. You know, like now you have like this energy. You have this energy going on, and you want to go do something. You want to go create something. You know, you have something to give. And I truly believe like all of us have something we have to give and have to offer. If it's authentic, if it's the real us, what we truly want, that's the question. But if you're going through this awakening process, right, at this point, awakening yourself in relation to the world, you may be sitting up in your job, and you might just have an epiphany like, wow, this job is a dead-end job. You might start to look at the people around you and be like, you start to see things from an oversight. You like, these people aren't, this is not going nowhere. This is not going where I want to go. Like, if your boss or somebody's been selling you a dream for 5 years, you're like, you're not chasing a carrot anymore. You start to really see things from an oversight, and you start to realize who you are in relation to this world. And you start to move in that energy. So you start to put that emotion in movement. So on this level, getting back into the world can be really in between both of these levels. It can be kind of be headaching on some level, because like as you gain self-awareness and then you start to relate to the world, you start to see people around you that you may have had around you for years, friends, family members. You may just start to see people with a level of clear-sightedness. So you may actually gain a level of clairvoyance, and that's the seer, clear-sightedness. You may start to see people so clearly, better than they can even see themselves. And you can see people who've been pretending in your life, be like, this person's not real. This person don't have my best interest these people just want to been gun-ho on destroying me the whole time. Like things that you may have never been able to see clearly because you were still dealing with trauma or something like that. Because at this level, tier 1, trauma should have been addressed. That's in just reaching the deep reach parts of yourself. So at tier 2, if you're somewhat healed of like levels of trauma and stuff, you're gonna start to see people very clearly, and it may be a very confrontational season at some level, you know. But if you truly go through and you master it, you start to relate in the world in a way where you're not really going to be affected even by the people who may never had good intentions for you. You may start to look at them and I mean, honestly, you will start to look at them and feel very much empathetic, you know, because, you know, people with certain levels of evil in them, that in itself is a heavy burden to carry and walk around with every day in their mind and their heart. So like, I truly would feel for someone like that, you know. So at this level, you're basically mastering the world around you, you know, and you're becoming the creator that you've always supposed to be. Now we got level 3, tier 3, and this is awakening to the outer self. So at this level, if you've gone through this process correctly and you make it to this level, because who knows, like some people may be at tier 1 and be like, I'm good, man, I got this newness, I'm out, you know what I'm saying? They don't travel further down the path, you know, or they may make it here and they may hit, you know, like their goal is like, you know, whatever goal they had, a superstar or entrepreneur or a world-class gymnast, and they become like who they've always wanted to become, and they're good, so they don't travel any further. So at this level, this is going into the unknown. This is going into the unknown, into the abyss. This is when like you really transcended this physical realm, and like things on this world have become kind of mundane, because like if you travel a long journey, like and you finally wake up to like yourself in this world, you may just say, hey man, this is this is cool, man, but like, you know, like you just don't find any heavy level of interest in doing like where this level of consciousness is. So like you may want to journey further into the outer realms and continue to evolve consciously. And, you know, I can say only so much about this process because like I haven't been at this level to where I mastered. I'm still in the skies. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I still get transfers. It's still a lot of things happening for me. So I can't go into this level as much. But I'll say this, the awakening process right here, this is a small part of your journey. You know, the journey started all the way back here. Your journey started all the way back here. Like who you are to even make it to this, like you've been a warrior. You've been like what we call a warrior. Like you made it through season after season, you know, and you collected the scars and you kept getting back up, and you've shown and displayed certain diligence, you know, and all while you were going through all those seasons and you just thought like, what the heck is going on? It added up. It added up. It added up, you know. So like this awakening is only a response to like who you've already been. So like just to connect the dots, like, you know, like at this point of this journey, you've always been a warrior, but now that you're on the path and you're going through this initiation, you are the spiritual warrior. And what exactly is the spiritual warrior? The spiritual warrior is the one who awakens past the ego. You know, like we have the warriors of this world, and, you know, this world is a very competitive place, you know, and to compete in this world, people sacrifice their truth on so many levels. So the spiritual warrior is always focused on his or her center of truth, because from that mindset, it's better to leave this world knowing you left here in an authentic nature and lived out your experience in self-actualizing in totality in who you are, rather than sacrificing pieces yourself to please people, you know? So like the spiritual warrior is a representation of truth, and 5 reoccurring themes like through this whole process that I continuously noticed. I'll go over those. Like, of course, one of those themes is truth. The second one is love. The third one is faith. The fourth one is gratitude. And the fifth one is humility. And humility is a big one, you know, for like anybody, because I would say like to practice humility is not something that we're always taught to do. But humility, I noticed, was always a major gateway for me uncovering the veil. Going through circles, because like even through all these levels, there's a lot that happens. There's doors that you may be trying to get in, you may be trying to access, and you can't access those doors without practicing humility. And humility is always going back to what I say is the ego, and letting go of that egocentric nature of ourselves and mastering that, you know, because you know, even in your growth, anybody can get kind of like, you know, big-headed, but like truly, if you went through this journey and you stay diligent, you've already met you've already met the principles for awakening. It's just up to you not to get caught up and purely stay at the center of truth for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But humility is a big thing, because like, you know, we're not taught that in this world. Like, we're always taught to act like we're doing well. We're not taught that, like, somebody asks you, how you doing? Like, I'm doing good. Even if things are going bad, like, or like, you know, because somebody may see you through this process and see you like, oh man, you like in a flow, you got it. And then you like just lost for a moment. You know what I'm saying? And that's that moment where you should be practicing humility and be like, man, like, I don't got it. I don't got the answer right now. Like, I'm discovering, I'm going through a process right now. I'm figuring it out. But if you can't allow yourself to be like that, because, you know, for the truth, nobody's perfect. Nobody has all the answers. And it may be somebody who may have the piece of the puzzle that you need. So without humility, how can you ever know? You know what I'm saying? Because we're truly here to all help each other, you know, arrive to like this level of consciousness. And you know, what's that? Love. You know what I'm saying? So like, humility is a big thing, you know, and it's a big thing for a lot of people that really takes them out the game. You know what I'm saying? And I've really had to practice some humility lately. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, that is the 3 tiers of awakening for transcending the physical nature into the abyss. You know, and I want to make a video on like the clairvoyance. So tell me if that's something y'all want to hear. I'm out.